This is not your regular conversation, it's a deep, thought-provoking exchange between a Christian man and a Muslim man. The Muslim man begins with confidence, insisting there are no sects in Islam, that he is simply a Muslim, and that Islam is the one true faith. He presents his reasons, gives explanations, and passionately argues that Islam makes sense. But as the discussion turns to the life of Prophet Muhammad, things begin to get a little funny, and shaky. What exactly did they discuss? What points were raised? And how did it all unfold? Listen to this powerful conversation, and when you're done, tell us what you think.
Pretty good, my friend. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for showing your camera, so I know you're not a troll and stuff like that.
No, not a troll. I'm just here to talk.
All right. So obviously, I'm assuming that you're a Muslim. Are you a Sunni Muslim? To be clear?
I don't know why people call it Sunni Shia. I mean, in the Quran, it's saying like there's no sect. So if someone says I'm a Muslim, I'm a Muslim. No Sunni, no Shia, just Muslim.
Well, the reason why
I know. I mean, the reason we say it's Sunni because it refers to like we follow our Prophet's teaching. So
yeah,
if it's
exactly.
that, then it's that. But other than that, just Muslim, nothing else.
Yeah. That's the reason why I asked, because if I know that you're Sunni or Shia, I wouldn't want to quote you Sunni sources if you're Shia, or Shia sources if you're Sunni. You know what I'm saying? So I want to use what you deem authoritative.
Okay.
But yeah. So tell me, my friend, why do you believe that Islam is the truth?
Islam is the truth. Okay, partly because of the Quran, obviously, because how it came to us, how it has been preserved, and then for Allah, and then for the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So to me, it's like in Islam, how our God is just have given the description for us, like in Surah Ikhlas, chapter 112. So that makes more sense, first of all. So I don't have to do anything to like think hard or anything. I just know, okay, so he's Allah, he's God, has no family or anything, and he's sustainable and everything. So that makes sense. And then we come to Prophet Muhammad, his life, and then you kind of like build up from there.
Okay, I'll work backwards. Muhammad,
yeah, sure.
Muhammad and his life.
Yeah. So you go to Aisha's marriage.
No, I was gonna ask you first. I wasn't gonna just jump straight into.
Everybody does it. Everybody does it.
What about?
That's the main crux. That's the main crux. Right. Yeah.
But yeah. So what about Muhammad's life? I guess convinces you that he truly is a prophet.
First of all, I mean, according to our tradition or like our history, I mean, he was not someone who was a liar, right? So if he wasn't lying, and he says like, yeah, indeed an angel came to him, and Islam is the only true religion, so, and we should follow it. So that kind of does it, right?
Okay.
So we don't deem him as a liar or like schizophrenic or sick, anything like this, or a warmongering warlord or something. Okay. So
got you.
We indeed believe like, yeah, he was the best of his characters in his time. Okay. And obviously, if you try to juxtapose his character now, it may or may not make sense, because just suppose 100 years back what we did and 100 years up now what we do, it kind of doesn't make sense. So there's a lot of things to do with time, but you get my point.
Okay, I hear you. So,
I mean, just a simple thing. Like back then, I mean, I think 1400 years ago or more, boys like 10, 11 years old would just go to war or be in the farm with his dad, or much younger. So okay. Our life wasn't like this, like we have no education, do this, do that. We have a well-prolonged childhood and like teenage years. So it's really different from now.
So let me ask you what you thought I was going to ask you. What are your thoughts on his marriage with Aisha?
Okay, I mean, I don't know. I mean, first of all, it never really like bothered me because, first of all, I mean, the family I'm from, my great grandmother or my grandfather, they were married pretty much early. My dadi or nanu, it's like grandmother.
Mhm. Okay.
We call them dadi or like nanu. So they're both married very early. Like I think my dadu was 11 years old and my nanu was like 13 or 12. So it
Okay.
never really bothered me. So I just understood like it something to do with that time.
But
So
they were the same age. Like they were around the same age. 111, just
no, I
2 years
think
apart.
their husband was much older. I
But
think
you
one
said
of them,
11 and 13. I'm
nah,
confused.
their husband. I mean, I'm talking about my dadu and my nanu, my paternal grandmother and my maternal grandmother. Their age.
Oh, got you. So how old were their husbands?
I think one of them was like 25, or maybe one of them was like 30 or 28.
So these
Like
28, these 28 and 30 year olds married them when
10,
they
20,
were
12
11,
years gap. Yeah.
and they married them when they were 11 and
Yeah.
13.
It's just
That's
culture,
interesting.
man.
Oh
So,
wow.
so even in our religion, we are not like supposed to be married. Like, if you say like I was supposed to marry someone who's like 9 years old, right?
Uh,
In Quran or the Hadith, there is not the marriage is not restricted to age. It's restricted to the
Maturity
maybe
level, right?
maturity level, mental level, also societal norms.
Yeah.
Then also the harm part, like if she's too young, she'll obviously be harmed if they have physical intimacy. So that's also to take into consideration. And I'm just like saying a bit more, like if
So would you
so
say
so
would you
if
say that
suppose
it was
if
okay?
so if we say like suppose Aisha was married young and she
Yeah.
was abused, right? If we take that into account, so does
Wait,
Aisha?
just before you go on.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm asking you like because
Hey man, I watch your video sometimes, but I don't know your name. Is it okay if you say your name?
yeah, my name's Avery.
Avery. Hey man, nice
Yes,
to meet you.
nice to meet you.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I just yeah, before you go on, I wanted to ask, so when it comes to Muhammad and I marrying Aisha, she was 6, he was 54.
Yeah.
You're saying that was okay?
Yeah, cause first of all, again, I'm going with God. I'm not fighting with God, right? If God says okay, it's okay.
Hmm.
That's my first logic.
Okay.
Okay. Because also I think you will also go with the same logic. If your God says something is okay, you will say it's okay. Because
No.
we don't understand better.
Yeah, no. If the God that I believed in
Yeah.
were to say, hey, it's okay to have relations with little girls, I would know that God
No,
is
you
false
can't
God.
have relationship with little girls. First of all, Aisha herself says like she was a woman when she was married.
She was 9.
Yes.
She still had dolls with her.
Yeah, that doesn't mean she was a kid. As I said,
Hmm.
nowadays 9 years old and back then 9 years old has to be a very very different. Cause
Well, I mean,
just
9 years old back then, they played with dolls. 9-year-old today's, they play with dolls.
18 years old today also play with dolls today, man. you
Yes, yeah,
know,
I
I
know.
mean,
So it's not really that much of a difference.
if you just see the age of marriage or like age of consent that we like really like go on about, so like the countries themselves or even the country within the states, they can't like fix on any age, like somewhere it's 15, somewhere it's 16, or then 18 or 21. So
Hmm.
someone else's adult is someone else's pedo. You get my point.
Okay.
So
So let me ask you
so
this: Would you?
so we
When is
really
it not
can't
okay?
like agree on this thing. So age
No,
is
I
really not the
think there's
main
something that
thing.
we can agree on, brother.
Yeah, sorry,
So
man.
at what point is it not okay to marry and have relations with a young girl? At what point is it not okay?
If she's a child,
Say that
Aisha
again.
was not a child. If she's a child, Aisha was not a child.
Wait, say that slowly. I couldn't understand you.
If she was a child,
Oh, if
then
she was a
it's not.
child, okay, got you. And
Aisha
so
was not a child according to her own.
yeah, that's what I'm asking you. What, because if you're saying Aisha, even at 9, playing with dolls wasn't a child, what is a child?
And also there are like other sources. So also there are like other sources, like Aisha's age can be 11, 13.
No, there's not a single source that says she was
Yes, there are other
young.
sources. There are
Six,
other
six,
sources I can give it to if you want, but there are other
yeah, I would
sources.
like that.
But
I would
but
like
I
that.
will but I will go with 9, no problem. Because
Okay.
also
Yeah,
like
because all the hadiths say she was 9.
before marrying with the prophet, right? Like before marrying with the prophet.
No. She was 6 when he married her. Or
Yeah.
And then he
So before,
consummated when she was 9.
yeah. So before marrying the prophet at 6, she was already engaged with another man.
That means nothing.
Yeah, that means that society, like how our religion is, it didn't deemed wrong. They didn't deem it wrong.
Is right and wrong deemed on society?
No, it is religion, because we are told to also respect the society's norm.
No, you're not. Not if it goes against the laws of God, right?
No. If it goes against the law, you are not to.
Okay.
If it does, first of all, as I said, there's nothing in the Quran says you have to marry a 9 or 6 years old.
What is a child? I'm trying to understand. What is a child? Yeah. What is a child?
Not mature, immature, just immature.
You said not mature?
Prepubescent.
Prepubescent. Got it.
Yeah, prepubescent. And also, also in our religion, we are allowed to marry someone like like as a child.
No, you're not. There's nowhere in my Bible.
Let me finish. It's like not like marry, not like marry. It's like their parents says, our parents says, okay, you guys get married, then it's like a word. But though I don't know anything.
There's nowhere. I have to stop you. I'm sorry. There's nowhere in my Bible that allows a grown man, an adult man, to marry a child. There's nothing in my Bible that allows that. Okay, so I want to make sure that it's clear. Chapter 7 of 1 Corinthians, verse 36, it says, for a man to marry a woman, she has to be past the flower of her youth. She has to be past the flower of her youth, mentally and physically mature for them to marry.
I mean, first of all, in Quran, there is no mention of the age. Like it has to be this age or that age. They are given criteria.
Okay, so we're saying that the Quran gives a criteria from the Quran. You're saying the criteria is that she has to be.
Even the hadith, when they're mentioning the age, I don't think the age is the main factor.
I'm not talking about age. So the criteria you're saying is that she has to be pubescent, right? She has to be mature. She has to reach puberty, right?
Consummate.
Okay.
Obviously.
So I'm going to show you something that in the Quran is actually the opposite.
Yeah, okay.
You have something ringing over there.
Yeah, my phone. My wife's calling.
Okay.
I don't know. She every time she has to call, like we might not live or something.
So look, so we have in the Quran in chapter 65, verse 4, it actually does allow the marriage and consummation with girls who are prepubescent.
Let's see. 65?
Yep, 65, the chapter of divorce.
65 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
Al-Talaq.
Yep. So I have it on the screen too, just in case you wanted to see it here.
I'm just watching it from Quran.com.
Okay, first. All right, perfect.
Sure.
So it says, and those of your women as have passed the age of monthly courses, for them the iddah, the prescribed period, if you have doubts, is 3 months. And for those who have no courses, all right, i.e. they're still immature, their iddah, prescribed period, is 3 months.
In that thing, I think, just give me a moment.
Okay. So that one talks about the girls who haven't menstruated yet.
Arey bhai, emon keno? Just give me a moment.
Make sure you guys are giving a like. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are enjoying these conversations. You like how we go through this stuff. If you're learning, if you're being blessed by the conversation, you guys are taking notes, getting the sources down, make sure that you guys give the video a like for all who are watching now and who are watching later. If you're watching later right now, if you're not watching live, make sure that you guys are hitting that like button. All right. As our friend gets back here, we're going to wait for him to get back. But guys, this is 2 good guests in a row so far. It's a good day today. 2 good guests so far. But yeah, we have in the Quran in 65:4, it teaches that it is permissible to not only marry, but also have relations with, consummate the marriage with little girls. It's an unfortunate circumstance, but it's what the Quran teaches, man. That's why you got to stay away.
Hey, sorry, man. Yeah.
All right, welcome back.
So yeah, can you show me like where does it say is like, Quran allows to have physical intimacy with the prepubescent, like
right? So you notice how it talks about it mentions the girls who have no courses, right? Who have not menstruated, right?
And I think that isn't saying like the prepubescent. That is saying like women who don't menstruate, like who are adults. I think the word here is used.
No, it already mentioned them. It already mentioned them.
The word here is used nisa. Nisa means woman.
Oh no, it depends on the context. Nisa
Nisa means woman. So if I think for a girl they use like another word. So the word is
no. They also no, my friend. Nisa is also used for little girls. Even infant newborns are called Nisa.
I don't know that. I'm not very good with Arabic, but I'll take your word or not.
I'll show you. So look, in chapter 2, verse 49.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the story, like when Pharaoh tried to have all the infant boys killed?
Yeah.
Right? And he spared the girls, right? So it says here, and when we delivered you from Pharaoh's people, who were afflicting you with horrible torment, killing your sons, right, and sparing your women, Nisa, and therein was a mighty trial from your Lord.
So I don't think it's saying to kill daughters. It's like I think
but it is the
thing about the wives.
So look,
saying about the wives.
It's not about the daughters. So who are the sons being killed? They're the infant boys, right?
Because Pharaoh was killing Pharaoh was killing the infant boys because he was afraid of like a man will.
Let me show you the text here so that we don't, I don't want to waste time like with my interpretation or yours. Let me just show you what the scholars say. They say the same thing. Okay, so this is Ibn Kathir. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and skip down to the relevant part. I think it's in this paragraph here, but let me see. Established. All right, here it is. After the dream, Pharaoh ordered that every
girls to be left alone.
Yes, you see that.
But it's talking about the child. I don't think it's saying to the woman. I think the woman here is like saying to the wives.
The word is Nisa, bro.
Yeah, the word is Nisa. It's the woman, not the daughters.
But it's talking about the daughters. It's talking about the little girls.
In the verse, it doesn't say that. I mean, in the Kathir, the explanation it does, but to me it doesn't.
In all of the explanation, it does. The torment here refers to the killing of the male infants, right? While the girls were being spared. It's nothing to do with the wives. Okay, let me show you. He says it even more clearly down here as well.
Okay, just give me a moment.
Excusing that torment you. Killing your sons, that explains the statement.
So why do you think that other verse 65:4 is talking about little girl? Because they aren't.
Because they haven't menstruated yet. Lam your head now. They haven't menstruated at all, even in the past.
Okay, so then why did Prophet waited 3 years for Aisha's menstruation?
I will show you that. It's because she couldn't handle the penetration. I know. I'm gonna show you all of it, bro.
You always like bring up the most obscure things.
I'm telling you, I know it sounds crazy, but everything that I'm saying literally comes from Islamic sources. I promise you.
No, it's okay, no problem.
Okay, so look, we're going back to the verse. So that was a good question that you asked. So why do you say that? There are little girls that are being referred to in 65:4. It's because it's obviously talking about.
The thing is, you guys always attack the character of Prophet Muhammad, and that's just you are literally comparing Prophet Muhammad with Jesus. To your paradigm, Jesus Christ upon him is like a god, and Prophet
Jesus is the best example, bro.
I mean, hey, to you he's the god. To us, he's not the god. He's just a prophet.
Well, even as a prophet, he was the best example.
Every prophet is the best example.
No.
Yes. Every one of the prophets are the best example.
Let me ask you this.
According to our paradigm, maybe not in the Bible, because David, Lot, according to the biblical story, they weren't very much.
Is a sinner, is one who sins a better example to follow over one who has not sinned?
The thing is, I don't think there isn't any humankind who haven't sinned.
That's so you believe
Not
Jesus sinned?
little,
Do
small
you believe?
sins, which doesn't matter.
Do you
Which
believe
doesn't
Jesus?
matter. Which doesn't matter. Small sins. Everybody falls short.
So
And
I'm asking again. Do you
Allah
believe that
created us.
Jesus sinned?
Allah created us. Allah created us so
My friend,
that
it's
when
a
we
straight
fall
question.
short,
It's a straight
you
question.
repent.
That's fine. I didn't ask that. Do you believe that Jesus sinned?
I mean, if you're asking Quranically, I'm not sure if it says like Jesus was sinless.
It says
But-
he was pure.
Okay, so he didn't sin. We
Good.
do believe like none of our prophets sinned. Like
No,
major
you
sins.
do. You just said that all of your prophets sinned. Every man has sinned.
By sinning, I'm not saying like the major sins or the egregious sin.
Doesn't matter, major or minor, they sinned, whether it's major or minor. But guess what? Jesus has no major or minor sins. He never sinned.
Okay, show me from the Quran that it's saying like he didn't sin ever.
Oh, it just says that he's pure. There's nowhere does it mention that he sinned. But it says that Muhammad sinned.
Every prophet is pure.
No, they're not. Can you show me where it's? Okay, we'll do that next. We'll do that later. We'll do that. We'll do the sin of the prophets versus Jesus being pure. We'll do that right after this. Okay?
The thing is, I mean, according to our paradigm, we're not supposed to compare any prophets. One. And two, in your paradigm, you're comparing a God to a man. It really doesn't, make sense. Why would you compare to a man?
Is he God to you?
No.
Okay.
Jesus isn't.
That's why. You believe that Jesus was a man, and we're showing you that even Jesus as a man, Muhammad doesn't compare. He doesn't even touch. Doesn't belong in the same.
We don't compare any of the prophets.
We do though.
That's your thing, man. We don't need to.
No worries. So look, going back here, right? 65:4. You're saying that I'm attacking the character, or I'm like bringing wild things. This isn't me. Look, this is Ibn Kathir again. So the iddah of those in menopause, right, and those who do not have menses, right, those who do not have menstruation. It says Allah the Exalted clarifies the waiting period of the woman in menopause, and that is the one whose menstruation has stopped due to her older age. Her iddah is 3 months instead of the 3 monthly cycles for those who menstruate, which is based upon the ayah, chapter 2, verse 228. Okay, so talking about the older women first. Then, here goes. The same for the young who have not reached the years of menstruation.
Again, I asked you, like, why did Prophet Muhammad waited for 3 years for Aisha?
Because she couldn't handle the penetration. I'll get you that in a second. But first, I wanted to show you, don't you see how that verse is talking about
the thing is,
girls?
The waiting period for Aisha shows us like we have to take that into consideration, because before prepubescent, she's definitely a child, and you're not supposed to have any type of intimacy to a child or something.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, and we'll get to that in a second. What I want to show you is that this involves, consummation. So you see how, number one, we understand, we can agree now, right, that this verse is talking about prepubescent girls?
I don't think so. The explanation does, but not the verses that I read.
Well, yeah, the verse itself says, and those who have not menstruated.
Yes, and one of my understanding, or one of the other explanations, also says like the one who doesn't have menstruation isn't talking about girls. It's talking about who doesn't have menstruations.
What explanation is that? Because the scholars are in consensus on this. Let me read another one. Here's Jalalain. He says, regarding this, right? And for those of your women who no longer expect to menstruate, if you have any doubts, they're waiting.
Can scholars fall short?
Scholars fall short. Okay.
Yeah.
And then he says, let me just finish it.
Can scholars fall short?
And also, just hold on. And also those who have not yet menstruated because of their young age. You see? It's all over the place. Even in this one, even though this was a disputed like tafsir and stuff like that, but even the understanding is here. What about the waiting period of those who do not menstruate have menstruation because they are too young. And then this verse is revealed. All right. If we keep going, all of them, they all say the same thing. You know? So I mean, since everyone understands it, you know, the way that it's like plainly read, why would you understand it a different way? That all your scholars, all your schools of thought are inconsistent.
As I said, I mean, you can marry someone who's a child, but you cannot consummate it. You have to wait for it.
Okay. All right. So let's go with that. You can marry someone who's a child, but you have to wait for consummation until they reach puberty. Let's go with
puberty, maturity, mental maturity, physical maturity. You have to wait for that.
So
and
this
also,
is an important fact.
just one moment before you go. So if I take your point, if I take your point, like, okay, so Aisha was a child and blah, 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 blah. That if Aisha was a child and she was being violated like this, according to you, then either she would have reported it or we would see her like, you know, like going down a much darker path in life, like, you know, having problems, this and that. But we don't see that. Aisha was, she was a brilliant woman.
I believe she was brilliant, which is why she wouldn't condemn or call out Muhammad when she is surrounded by people
and also Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam married divorcees.
Yo, hold on.
Yeah, sorry, man, sorry.
All right. So I do believe that she was smart and very tactical, because if she were to condemn Muhammad and call him out in front of the Ummah, in front of the people that love Muhammad, they probably would have killed her. It wouldn't go well.
You guys think Muslims are so violent?
Well, they
like when it came all to Muhammad, Muslims are violent. That's all you think.
Oh, well, I would say that the Islamic sources, like the Muslim within Islamic sources, they're very violent. You know, that's what I would say. You know,
that's what you say.
You know, so let's go with this. Okay, you're allowed to marry prepubescent girls, but you can't consummate the marriage with them. That's your understanding. Okay.
Obviously.
So let me show you actually that this shows that they actually are consummating the marriage. So
you can't. Okay. If you're doing it, then you're obviously doing something wrong.
Okay, I would agree with you, but it's not wrong.
Then you're doing something wrong. Because to me, according to my understanding, I mean, you know, in that time, in those time, if you are someone who's like reputed or powerful, having a marriage to a certain person can help them, help the society or the family. So that kind of makes sense. Islam does say like Islam is for all time religion. So it will also go, the teaching would also make sense in that era, this era, in the past, and also in the future. So if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if something, if some of the things, first of all, we have to understand like these are not our doctrine, or like our.
This is
wait. Doctrine means like who's God, who was the prophet, is God one or two, like that doctrine.
Yeah, but no, this is your doctrine. This is in your Sharia. This is in your law.
Sharia is not the doctrine. It's I think what does it say? Let me give the word. What does it say?
This is your doctrine. This is what your religion teaches. Doctrine literally means like teachings.
Wait. The very basics, like how to who is a Muslim or how to be a Muslim, and to be a Muslim, you have to like maintain the 5 pillars of Islam. Like,
can you be a Muslim and reject a verse of the Quran or condemn a verse of the Quran is wrong?
I cannot.
Okay, yeah.
I have to take all of the Quran. Definitely.
Good. So if you said that if they are consummating marriages with prepubescent girls, that is something wrong.
First of all, in the Quran, it isn't saying this.
Show you, my friend. I'm about to show you that you just condemned this verse. So let's get to it.
I didn't condemn the verse. I condemned the.
Okay, well,
I talk about the.
I know what you're saying. I'm about to show you that you actually condemn the verse itself. I'm about to show you this. Watch.
Okay.
Do you see how they have a waiting period in Iddah?
Iddah, yeah.
Do you know what that's for?
It's for divorce.
Why? Why do they have an Iddah though?
I think it is like when you're supposed to divorce your wife, right? You have to wait like for 3 months to see
Well,
if
no. So no,
if she has a child.
they have a waiting period to make sure that she's not pregnant.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, she has a child. That's what I was going to say.
Very okay. I misunderstood.
Sorry, man.
Sorry
No
about
problem.
that. Okay, so yeah, so it's to make sure that she's not pregnant, that she's not with child, right? So that she can divorce her and she can move on, right? Now, so if she has an iddah, then that means that you've slept with her.
Yeah, obviously. But as I said, in the verse, it isn't saying child. It is saying Nisa, woman.
It says we already went over that. I already showed you that.
Yes, that's the tafsir. No problem. I get it.
Yeah, not just the tafsir. The Quran itself applies Nisa to infants. So I showed you that verse.
It's in that verse, if you are right. But in this verse, it isn't.
Yeah, so the word Nisa,
you are
the word
forcing
Nisa,
the meaning.
The word Nisa doesn't only apply to grown women. The context tells you what kind of female Nisa is being applied to. You understand that?
Okay, yeah, brother. Sorry. Let me. If I force the child to the 65:4, but I won't force the child or the woman. The Surah Baqarah, I think, what 262 to 265 was it?
65 for
for Baqarah.
49.
249, yeah. So in one of them, you are taking woman as a child because it goes with your narration or your understanding.
No, because it goes with the context.
And in the other one.
Hold on. Let me stop you right there so that you don't build a point off of a false premise.
Oh, sorry.
The reason why I understand Nisa to being referring to a child, just like Ibn Kathir and the rest, is because the context tells you. The context is about Pharaoh ordering infant boys to be killed while the girls are spared. So it's the context that tells you what kind of Nisa it's talking about. Is it talking about an adult Nisa or is it talking about an infant Nisa? In that context, 249, it's talking about an infant Nisa. In 65:4, what kind of Nisa is it talking about? It's giving us 3 kinds of Nisa. Older women, the young prepubescent girls, and pregnant women. Those are the 3 Nisas that's mentioned in 65:4.
Yes, and again, for this verse, again, I think it's 65:4. Again, some of the translation or the other understandings doesn't say they're child. Some of the one who hasn't menstruated means Nisa, the women who are not able to menstruate.
Yeah. Who gives you this understanding that it's not about children?
I think just the verse alone, man.
Yeah, do you have a scholar that says, yeah, this is not talking about children?
Oh, wait, man. I think it's maybe wait.
Because notice how I showed you multiple, right?
Yeah, I get your point. I'm not saying like you're being dishonest, but sometimes what I see or say is like you're trying to force some meaning that isn't supposed to be. Because how Islam is, we condone that child having sex with a child.
You don't condone it. That's what you mean.
We do condone it. So you can say all you want, but
condone means to accept. I think that because I don't want people to miss.
Oh, sorry, condone. If it's accept, then no.
Yeah,
don't accept it. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. I didn't want people to like try to.
I think the word is condemn.
Yeah, condemn.
Condemn. Yeah, sorry.
Oh man. You see how nice I am, guys? Like anybody else.
So
if we were to do this on another platform, let me just say this to the crowd really quick.
Yeah, sorry, man.
If we were to do this on another crowd, or let's say I was talking to like Uthman, for example, he would have been like, oh, they would have clipped that up and said, oh, you see what Logic said? Oh, they condone child sex and stuff like that. They would have took that all out of context.
You could be clipping me, man. I'm just here to talk because I like your content. You seem level-headed, so you seem someone who I can talk to.
Yeah,
right.
Appreciate it. So this is what it is for me, man. Because
so you just don't like Prophet Muhammad's character. I think that's your main crux.
Well, no, it depends on who I'm talking to. I told you I was going to work backwards. You know,
Yeah,
so it
Aisha's
depends on
marriage
what
is
Muslim
always the one thing.
it was gonna work backwards. This is huge. It really is.
And also, like in UK, I mean, back just 100 years or like 150 years ago, I mean, you could get married like in 10 or 11 years to a girl who's 10 or 11 years. So, as I said, age is really not that thing. I mean,
And we're not talking about age right now. We're
I mean,
talking about
I mean,
prepubescence. If you're saying that it is wrong to consummate a marriage with a prepubescent girl, which I would agree with.
yes, obviously.
And I'm showing you that is allowed in Islam. That's what I'm showing you.
And how am I reading it? I'm not seeing like how it's allowed.
I'm
I don't
telling
know.
you. Well, okay. So again, they have waiting periods, which means that their husband slept with them, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay.
And the Nisa
these
that
are-
they're talking
so
about,
look,
I'm not
look,
seeing any
look.
prepubescent girls.
We've already agreed that this is talking about prepubescent girls.
I didn't agree to that. In the tafsir, yes, but in the Quran, I'm not seeing that.
Okay, so when it says like see, this is why I'm hoping that you can be honest with the text, bro. Like, because this is why I don't like. This is what makes us drag on stuff too long, is when we're not being intellectually honest to
Oh
the
yeah,
text.
the word
Okay.
was creed, not the
So-
doctrine. The word was creed. I remember
Okay.
the word. It was creed.
Okay,
I mean,
good.
the Islamic creed.
Okay, good. So when it says they haven't menstruated yet, what does that mean, bro? Are they prepubescent or are they pubescent?
Since the word there is nisa, to my understanding, it's saying like it's women who can't menstruate, who are not able to menstruate.
Okay. So you're still trying to hang on the word nisa.
Yeah, because when I'm reading the verse, I'm not going to the tafsir. I'm reading the verse, getting the words, getting the translation. It seems okay to me.
Got it. So I hear what you're saying. So just
it's not like I
based off
read
reading
the verse and I'm like,
the
okay,
women
let's
who
read
have
the
not
tafsir.
menstruated, what kind
does
of
it say?
women are the ones who haven't menstruated, bro?
Sorry?
What kind of women haven't menstruated yet?
Obviously, first category is a child, and the second category is who can't be an
Good.
adult.
Good. So you
Right.
have the ones who are a child, the women who are children, and the ones
Or
who
females.
have
If you say women who are children, women can't be a children.
yeah. So this includes
Can
the
say
ones who
female.
have this includes children in that category, correct?
Sorry, what?
It includes children in that category, correct?
Not necessarily. If the word is nisa.
Okay. So I'm
We
just
are kind of going on circles.
Yeah. Do you have like a, because I showed you the proof for what I have.
No,
Like,
I
gave
get
you
your point.
scholars.
I'm not holding on against anything to you, right?
Okay, good. So can you show me something to prove what you're saying? Can you show me that the word nisa only applies to adult women? Since I showed you the opposite, and I showed you the scholars that say the opposite.
Yeah.
Can you show me the other way around, that the word nisa only applies to adult women?
I don't think I'll be able to do it, but
So
as I
then
said,
why hold on to that?
for a child,
Why?
for a child, there is another word, maybe balig or something. So that's that.
No, why hold on to a point that you have no evidence for, no substance for?
Because the word nisa means children, not
The
children.
word
I mean,
nisa
woman.
applies to all kinds of females, depending on the context. That's what tells you what kind of nisa it is. Why are you holding on to a point that you can't prove?
If depends on the context, again, if it depends on the context, then again, Prophet Muhammad waited till her.
We're not on Muhammad right now. We're on the Quran.
No. Exactly, we're not in Muhammad. But the reason I'm saying is, since Prophet Muhammad waited, from my understanding, get my point. Since Prophet Muhammad waited, if he didn't wait, then I would agree to your point.
That has nothing to do with what the Quran says here.
We are just going off on circles, man. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna move on to the next guest. You can come on when we have another topic. I appreciate you being respectful and everything, man.
Yeah, man. And also, I would say, like, if sometimes us Muslims or anyone like say anything bad or anything, just ignore. We are humans. We have shortcomings. So personally, I don't like it if suppose someone makes some mistakes and we kind of label them with their religion. This is a Christian or this is a Muslim.
And that is how the conversation ends. What do you think about this exchange? Did you feel the tension and sincerity in their words? Can Christians and Muslims engage in more honest, respectful conversations where the goal is not to argue, but to uncover the truth with love and understanding? Tell us what you think in the comments below. Until next time, keep learning, keep searching, and keep seeking the truth.